Have you ever paused and wondered just how much control you really have over your life? Or is it possible that the words you've been taught to speak, the phrases that echo in your mind day after day, have been shaping your reality without you even realizing it? It's a powerful thought, isn't it? And for those who consider themselves chosen, those who know deep within their hearts that they have a divine purpose, this question isn't just philosophical, it's existential. We all speak words. We speak them every day, all the time, without giving them a second thought. But what if these words are more than just sounds and symbols? What if, in fact, they are energetic forces, living, breathing spells that have the power to shape the very fabric of our reality? You see, for the chosen ones, words are not just tools of communication, they are vibrations. Every word carries with it a frequency, a power that, when used consciously, can raise your vibration, guide your soul on its journey, and draw you closer to your spiritual destiny. But when spoken carelessly, these same words can anchor you in the struggles, doubts, and fears that prevent you from fully realizing your divine purpose. The truth is, words are not just expressions, they are commands. They command your subconscious mind, influencing your beliefs, your emotions, and even your physical reality. They can imprison you in limiting beliefs or propel you into the expansiveness of your spiritual growth and self-realization. As a chosen one, understanding this power is crucial, because once you understand the energy behind the words you speak, you can begin to consciously shape your life and align it with your higher calling. In the scriptures, God speaks to us through His Word. He didn't just create with words, He created with intent. Let there be light. And there was light. Genesis 1 verse 3. That's the level of power and authority that words carry. And for the chosen ones, it's not just about being aware of what we say. It's about understanding the deeper spiritual meaning of those words and how they align with God's plan for our lives. So I ask you again, are you in control of your life? Or have the words you speak been controlling your destiny all along? As we move forward, let's explore how the words we speak can either keep us in cycles of limitation or raise us to the spiritual heights that God has prepared for us. Stay tuned, because what you're about to learn could change the course of your spiritual path forever. The power of words goes beyond the surface level of communication. They are rooted in something deeper. The chosen ones must come to understand that words are not mere expressions or ways to convey thoughts. They are powerful forces that can either shape or bind the soul. From the moment we are born, the words we hear, whether from family, society, or even ourselves, begin to weave a narrative that we often live by. But for the chosen ones, those words are not just noise. They are seeds planted deep in our subconscious, which over time either blossom into self-realization or rot into limiting beliefs. Imagine for a moment the first words you ever heard, perhaps phrases like, "You're not good enough," "You can't do that," or "That's impossible." These words don't just fade into the background, they linger in the spirit. It's easy to forget that every time someone tells us we can't do something, our soul absorbs that negativity. And over time, it becomes a part of our vibration, defining our self-worth, our actions, and even our relationship with our divine purpose. But for the chosen ones, breaking free from these invisible chains requires awareness. The Bible speaks of the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18 verse 21 tells us, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." This verse highlights the profound impact that our words can have. What we speak can either bring life to our dreams and spiritual journey or lead us down a path of despair. The chosen ones have been given the ability to wield words for transformation, to reshape the narrative that has been written over their lives, and to speak life into their destiny. It is not just about what others have said to us, but also about the words we have internalized. Over time, these internalized words become beliefs, and those beliefs shape our reality. This is where the true power lies. The words you say to yourself, those quiet inner dialogues, are shaping the story of your life. If you constantly tell yourself you're a failure or that you don't deserve happiness, you're reinforcing a reality that does not align with your higher calling. But when you speak words of truth, of empowerment, and of alignment with your divine purpose, you change the very fabric of your existence. The spiritual journey for the chosen ones begins when they awaken to the truth that they are not bound by the words they've been told. Instead, they hold the power to redefine their path. Jesus himself modeled this by speaking words that healed, that empowered, and that defied the limitations of the world. Remember the story of the woman with the issue of blood? In Mark 5, verse 28, she said to herself, "If I touch even his garments, I will be made well." Her faith and the words she spoke to herself led to her healing. She understood the transformative power of words, and that understanding activated her miracle. As the chosen ones embark on their spiritual path, it's vital to acknowledge how language has guided their journey thus far. The words you have spoken and those spoken over you have shaped the reality you now find yourself in. But here's the good news: you have the power to rewrite the script. If you've lived under a cloud of negativity, it's time to choose words that empower your soul. Speak life into your dreams. Speak purpose over your life. Speak hope and healing into the deep places of your heart. These words aren't just about affirmation. They are declarations that align your spirit with the vibration of your divine purpose. Every time you consciously choose words that elevate your energy, that raise your vibration, you move one step closer to the destiny you were always meant to fulfill. It may take time, but remember this: the power of words is transformative. Just as a single word from God has the power to create worlds, your words have the power to create your reality. The chosen ones have been called to use this divine gift to not just navigate life, but to lead others towards spiritual growth. They must speak life into the world, becoming beacons of light that raise the vibration of those around them. As you grow in spiritual awareness, it's time to let go of the words that no longer serve you. The divine purpose that calls you forward is asking you to step into your truth, expressed through the words you speak. But the journey doesn't stop there. The next step is to recognize the frequency that these words create. Let's continue exploring in the next part vibrational energy, words as frequencies that shape the chosen one's reality. Words are more than just sounds or symbols. They are frequencies. Every word we speak vibrates at a certain frequency, emitting energy that has the power to influence both our internal world and the environment around us. In the same way that light travels through space and sound waves fill the air, words too carry energy that can either uplift or bring down. For the chosen ones, recognizing the vibrational nature of words is a crucial step in aligning with their divine purpose. This principle of vibrational energy is embedded deeply in both spiritual teachings and scientific discoveries. In quantum physics, it is understood that everything in the universe, from the smallest particle to the largest star, is made up of energy vibrating at different frequencies. And while this concept may seem abstract at first, it's not so different from the spiritual truth found in the Bible. Jesus spoke of the power of our hearts and intentions and how our words reflect the state of our soul. In Matthew 12, verse 34, he says, "For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks." What is stored in our heart, our inner beliefs, fears, hopes, and dreams, manifests through the words we speak. These words then carry a frequency either aligned with divine purpose or resonating with the chaos of fear and doubt. The idea of vibrational energy is not new. It can be traced back to ancient teachings, such as those found in the Hindu tradition, where the concept of Om, the primordial sound, is considered the most powerful vibration in the universe. This sound represents the ultimate frequency that encompasses creation, life, and the universe itself. Just as the sound of Om resonates with the divine frequency of the cosmos, so too can our words resonate with a higher spiritual frequency when we speak with intention, purpose, and alignment with God's will. When you speak words of faith, hope, love, and truth, you are essentially tuning yourself to a higher frequency, one that is aligned with your divine purpose. These words resonate not only within you, but also radiate outward, affecting the people's circumstances and environments around you. This is why it's so important for the chosen ones to understand the gravity of the words they speak. Every time you speak with intention, your words send out ripples of energy that can either heal or hurt, uplift or break down. The concept of vibrational energy can also be illustrated through the story of creation in the book of Genesis. God spoke the world into existence with his words. "Let there be light," he said, and there was light. From the very beginning, the universe was shaped by the vibrational force of divine speech. As God's children, we too are creators in our own right, and we have been endowed with the power to shape our reality through the words we speak. For the chosen ones, this understanding is empowering. When you begin to speak words that align with your highest purpose, words of faith, empowerment, and spiritual truth, you are tapping into the divine flow of energy that will support and guide you. The key is to remember that words are not simply superficial expressions. They are energetic blueprints that influence your reality on a quantum level. This is why it's so crucial to monitor the words you speak over yourself and others. Words of negativity, doubt, and fear create a dense, low-frequency vibration that keeps you stuck in cycles of limitation. But words of faith, gratitude, and affirmation raise your vibration, aligning you with divine energy and opening the door to blessings and growth. The difference between those who live in alignment with their divine purpose and those who don't often lies in the words they speak, the intentions behind them, and the frequency they choose to operate in. When you begin to speak from a place of truth and alignment, your entire being vibrates at a higher frequency. This not only enhances your spiritual life, but also begins to attract people and situations that align with your new vibration. It's not magic, it's spiritual law. Just as a tuning fork will resonate with another tuning fork of the same pitch, your words will attract the frequencies that are in harmony with your soul's purpose. For the chosen ones, understanding the vibrational energy of words opens up a new level of spiritual awareness. You begin to see that everything you speak, whether out loud or in the silence of your heart, matters. You become the master of your own frequency, choosing to operate in a higher plane of consciousness that reflects the divine energy of your Creator. As you continue on your spiritual journey, remember that your words are your most powerful tool. Use them wisely, knowing that they are the frequencies that will shape your reality. Your words can heal wounds, create miracles, and manifest the life you were always meant to live. The divine purpose you've been called to is already written in the stars, and your words are the keys that unlock the doors to your destiny. Next, let's explore the connection between words and actions in the spiritual life of the chosen ones. How do the words we speak align with the steps we take in our daily lives? Stay tuned as we dive into this topic in the next section. Words and deeds, the divine synchronization of faith and action. Faith without works is dead, James 2 verse 26. This powerful scripture speaks directly to the core of how our words and actions must align in order to fulfill our divine purpose. The chosen ones are called to not only speak words of faith, hope, and love, but to also manifest those words through actions that reflect the truth of what they declare. Words and deeds are not two separate things. They are intrinsically connected, working together to bring about the full manifestation of God's will in the life of the believer. Words are the seeds we plant in the spiritual soil of our lives, but actions are the watering, cultivating, and nurturing of those seeds. If we speak words of faith without corresponding action, those words remain unrooted, and the potential they carry is left dormant. But when our words are backed by intentional, faith-filled actions, we begin to see the fruit of what we've spoken into existence. One of the most powerful examples of this synchronization of words and deeds is found in the life of Abraham. God promised him that he would be the father of many nations, and despite the seeming impossibility of the promise, he was old and his wife was barren. Abraham spoke and acted in faith. He didn't just declare that God was faithful, he took steps to believe God's promise. Even when it seemed that everything was working against him, he continued to act in alignment with the word God had spoken over his life. His actions, His willingness to obey, to sacrifice, and to trust solidified his faith and made the impossible possible. The same principle applies to the chosen ones today. If you are called to a divine purpose, your words of faith must be accompanied by deeds that align with that purpose. This synchronization between what you say and what you do brings about a powerful force of manifestation. It's not enough to simply declare that you are called to greatness, that you are destined for impact, or that you have been chosen for a purpose. You must also act as if it's already so. Your deeds should reflect the truth of your words, creating a seamless flow of energy that aligns with the divine frequency of your calling. In this context, it's essential to understand that actions speak louder than words, but words give direction to actions. For the chosen ones, the power of your words lies in their ability to guide your steps. They help you set the course, chart your path, and provide the clarity needed to make decisions that are in alignment with your divine purpose. However, those words must be followed by action. Consistent, intentional, and faith-filled actions that demonstrate your belief in what you've spoken. This synchronization of words and deeds is not about perfection, but rather about consistency and alignment. It's about living a life that reflects the truth of your divine calling. When your words and actions are aligned, you begin to experience a flow of divine grace that propels you forward, even in the face of challenges and obstacles. There is a supernatural power in this alignment, a power that draws on the strength of both faith and action, bringing about transformation in your life and in the lives of those around you. One key aspect of this alignment is learning to trust God in every step you take. The chosen ones understand that faith is not just a feeling or a belief. It is a practice that is demonstrated through the choices you make, the actions you take, and the words you speak. Faith is active, it's not passive. It requires you to move forward, even when you don't have all the answers, and trust that God will guide your steps. Jesus gave us the ultimate example of this divine synchronization of words and deeds. His life on earth was a perfect reflection of his words. Everything he said, he lived. When he declared the kingdom of God, he showed it in action through miracles, healing, and restoration. He didn't just talk about love, he demonstrated it by giving his life for humanity. His words and deeds were one, and this powerful unity between the two transformed the world. The chosen ones are called to follow in his footsteps, speaking words of life, hope, and truth, and then living those words out in their actions. This is the essence of living a life of purpose and meaning. When your words and deeds align with God's will, you become a vessel through which his love and power flow into the world. But how do we begin to implement this? It starts with a decision to align every word we speak with the higher truth of who we are in Christ. A decision to follow through on the promises we declare, even when the road seems uncertain. Every day presents a new opportunity to speak words of faith, and then back them up with actions that demonstrate our trust in God's plan. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal growth, the divine synchronization of words and deeds will lead you into deeper fulfillment and success. In the next section, we will explore how living in alignment with divine purpose allows you to influence the world around you. We will delve into the impact of living with intention and how the chosen ones are equipped to bring about change on a global scale. Stay tuned for the next part, The Chosen Ones, transforming the world through divine alignment. The chosen ones are not only called to fulfill their personal divine purposes, but are also called to impact the world around them. This transformation doesn't happen in isolation, but through the alignment of one's life with divine purpose. When we live in alignment with God's will, we not only transform our own lives, but also the lives of others. This alignment is the key to influencing the world and making a lasting impact, whether through business, ministry, relationships, or community. The world is in desperate need of transformation. Everywhere you look, there are individuals struggling with disillusionment, fear, and brokenness. But the chosen ones are equipped with the divine tools necessary to bring about change. The moment you align your life with God's purpose, you begin to see opportunities for transformation everywhere you go. Your very presence becomes a source of hope and healing for others, because the light of God's purpose shines brightly through you. Divine alignment is not just about success or personal fulfillment. It's about creating a ripple effect that extends beyond your immediate surroundings and into the world at large. You are called to be a catalyst for change, to break down the barriers that divide people and to bring unity, healing, and restoration. This transformation starts with you, but it doesn't end with you. One of the most powerful aspects of living in divine alignment is the ability to influence others without forcing your beliefs on them. The chosen ones are not called to manipulate or control people. Instead, their lives are a living testimony of God's power, grace, and love. When others see you walking in alignment with your divine purpose, they will be drawn to that light. You don't have to force people to change. Your very life will inspire them to seek God's will for their own lives. This is the power of alignment. It allows you to live authentically, fully expressing the divine purpose that has been placed within you. As you do so, others will begin to see the difference in you. They will notice your peace in the midst of chaos, your joy in the face of adversity, and your love in a world filled with hate. You will become a living example of the power of divine alignment. The Bible gives us numerous examples of individuals who lived in perfect alignment with God's purpose and, in doing so, brought transformation to the world. One of the most notable is Esther. Her story is a beautiful example of how divine alignment can influence the course of history. Esther was a young Jewish woman who became queen of Persia and used her position to save her people from destruction. Her faith, courage, and willingness to obey God's calling turned the fate of an entire nation. What is important to note is that Esther didn't live in alignment with her purpose out of her own strength. She relied on God, sought His guidance, and trusted His timing. Her willingness to take action in alignment with God's purpose allowed her to become a catalyst for the transformation of her people and the preservation of their future. Esther's life teaches us that our purpose often involves a larger plan than we can see in the moment. We may not always understand why we are placed in certain situations, but when we trust in God's divine plan, we begin to see how everything aligns for a greater purpose. Your divine alignment doesn't just affect your own destiny, it is intricately connected to the destiny of others and even the world itself. To bring about transformation on a global scale, the chosen ones must live with intentionality. This means making decisions that align with God's will every day. It involves listening to the Holy Spirit's guidance and acting upon it, even when it doesn't make sense in natural. It means walking by faith, even when the path is unclear. A great example of intentional living is the life of Jesus Christ. He lived with purpose, knowing that His mission was to bring salvation to the world. Every action He took, every word He spoke, was in perfect alignment with His divine calling. His life was a demonstration of how divine alignment brings about transformation, not just for the individual, but for the entire world. As the chosen ones, we are called to follow this example. We are called to be agents of transformation, to bring hope to the hopeless, light to the darkness, and love to the brokenhearted. But this transformation begins with us. It begins when we choose to align our lives with God's purpose and trust that He will use us to change the world. In this season, God is calling the chosen ones to rise up and take their place in His divine plan. You may be facing challenges, setbacks, or doubts, but remember that those obstacles are not a sign that you are off course. They are often a sign that you are on the right path. God uses adversity to shape us, to refine us, and to prepare us for greater things. Living in alignment with divine purpose doesn't mean that everything will be easy or smooth. In fact, the journey may be filled with trials and tribulations. But what matters is that you remain steadfast, trusting that God is with you every step of the way. When you align your life with His purpose, He will use you to bring about transformation, both in your life and in the world around you. As we conclude this series, Remember that the chosen ones are not just called to exist, they are called to change the world. Your divine alignment is the key to unlocking the transformation that God has planned for you and for those around you. Embrace your divine calling today. Walk in alignment with God's purpose for your life. Speak words of faith, take actions of faith, and trust that God is using you to bring about a transformation that will impact the world. Stay encouraged, stay focused, and know that the world is waiting for you to step into your purpose. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I pray that your life will be a reflection of divine alignment and that you will be used mightily to transform the world for God's glory. Stay faithful, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Harold signing off.